Well boys, it's a big weekend for the 7.3. Today we're going to be replacing the HPOP gasket screen and installing a riffraff large capacity reservoir spacer on a 2000 F250 Powerstroke. Let's take a look at the part here. Riffraff makes some pretty good goodies for the old 7.3. I've got a few random parts of theirs on here already. Comes with some longer bolts and the screen. And here's the spacer itself. Sexy. I'm not running a larger HPOP or nothing, but I do like the idea of it holding a little extra oil, and replacing this seems like a good idea on a 20-year-old rig with God knows how dirty the oil is. So well, let's get started. Spray a bunch of WD-40 on all the things we're gonna be taking off to get to this bad boy. First off, we need to remove the exhaust back pressure sensor, or the EBP, and you got your ICP, your injection control pressure sensor, and then here on the back you got your engine oil temperature sensor, and that bad boy we can just unplug, and then this one will be easy enough to take out and unplug that. And then down here, this one's gonna be a little trickier, but I already got it loosened up, so it won't be too bad. Yeah, and then you'll take out your little fill hole here, and we'll be using a hand vacuum pump to suck the oil out, because, you know, don't need any more oil getting in the valley than we already got. Yeah, let's get to turning some wrenches. Alrighty, we'll start unplugging these sensors. Tuck them kind of out of the way. Unplug this bad boy. This here exhaust back pressure sensor, I've never taken mine off, but I've heard tell that they get gunked up and the line gets all gunked up, and you get, you know, 10, 12, 14 at best miles per gallon. Well, looking at this one, I'd say I probably fall into that category. Riffraff makes a kit that replaces the cover and gives you a new tube and all that fancy stuff, but I will have to maybe save that project for another day. But yeah, this sensor definitely probably ain't doing what it's supposed to be, and that explains my 14 miles at best a gallon. So learn something new every day. And that is a 1 inch down there. You gotta get on the back side with a 9/16 just so you don't break nothing. And then this stud up here is a 1.16 inch. She's pretty clean. All right, and now since I got that hole open, I don't actually need to open this one. Let's start sucking out some oil. Well, this oil is nasty. I will definitely be doing an oil change after we wrap up with this project. All right, I think I got as much out of this here hole as I can with the old little penis pump deal here. So I'm actually gonna take this one off and see what I can get out of it, because all my research tells me that this one goes down a little deeper, or there's a little bit of a reservoir down there that before it goes to your injectors or something like that. So I will take that off and see what we can get out of that. I pretty much got like 3, 4, 5 little shooters of this out of that left side. I'll be the first to say, if you don't have one of these, use a big ass syringe. I think it'd work way better, be a lot cleaner. Or you could just not be like me and don't suck oil up into your vacuum pump. I don't think that's very good for them. I feel like I got it shoved down a little deeper. Let's see what we got. All right, sounds like she's sucking it dry, so I think we're good as it's gonna get. Okay, now we will be removing the fuel bowl, which is attached to the HPOP reservoir here in the front. Show you those right there. And those are a 13 millimeter. Crank your hose out of the way. All right, now your fuel bowl here, oh, you can see is all loose from that now. And now we should be good to start taking our long bolts out. These ones are a 10 millimeter. The old Milwaukee just wasn't strong enough for this one. Oh, she's tight. I guess that's probably why my oil leak isn't actually coming from right there. These other two bolts are a half. And now, theoretically, this bad boy should be loose. Dang. Look at that. Let's just see here. Looks fairly clean, I guess. Yeah, the old one's definitely smashed on there. There's a little bit of gunky down at the bottom, but nothing too crazy. Nothing that was gonna make or break it, I guess. Well, let's get this all cleaned up and down here all cleaned up so we can throw the new one on. Now, everything I read says it's real important to not let any debris get in this little hole. So what we're gonna do, throw in the new one now. just to be safe, so I don't drop nothing down in there. And if I do, it'll get held by the screen. Well, since we got the HPOP reservoir off and we're already adding the spacer and doing some engine dress up, figured what better time than to clean that reservoir up and do some painting on it. Got her all cleaned up, degreased, best of my abilities to be sufficient for a under the hood paint job. I'm gonna be going with a Caterpillar yellow to pay homage to the Caterpillar International Huey injection system that these turds run on. I'm gonna get my holes kind of masked off. Alright, we're back in the garage. My lovely assistant, Bear. I've got the reservoir all masked off. I wasn't having any leakage on this one, so I'm not going through the work of pulling it off and redoing that gasket. Kind of lazy, not really a professional painter, but it's gonna be good enough for a little engine dress up.